Rest in peace, our boy Gator.
Oh, gnarly.
Crabfeeder. Oh man, he was so good. I just want to insert like in the arms
Yeah.
of an
This
angel.
poor guy, dude. Listen, I gotta say though, he has one really good looking eye. Really good
Yeah,
looking. That thing is untouched. I mean, look at it. You see it on screen right now.
yeah, I
Look
see
at
it.
that. His right eye is completely untouched. The rest of his body completely mutilated. I'm glad he died.
You're glad?
Oh, I hate this guy, dude. I hate him. I base it purely on his appearance. I hate him.
True. Okay, I will say I hate that he has like these horrible bald spots. Like, how many strands of hair do you think he has left on his head and refuses to shave it? We talk about embracing the bald.
You
This
have
man
to.
needs to embrace the bald. And also, why would you want that hair? I feel like it would just like make your mask sealant like a little looser with whatever straps in the back.
I
You know,
know.
like,
And it would get everywhere too. Like if you miss a strand and it's kind of going across where that one good eye is, and it's kind of tracking down around the nose into the mouth. You know how irritating that's going to be if you already have this thing on your head? It's the
right? Yeah.
worst. Yeah. And
I will.
also, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah. No, you're good.
All right. I was going to say, I have one more complaint about this guy before you get into your shit. His method of crucifying people is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Dumbest.
It's so sloppy. It's so sloppy. He like sticks this thing in this loose, wet sand. You know how annoying it would be probably to keep this thing propped up like that
Yeah.
45-degree angle while hammering it in there. This is like a 2-3 man job in my opinion.
Well, that goes to kind of what I was going to say was I appreciate the branding effort this guy's gone through to be known as the Crab Feeder. And it almost feels like a George Costanza like thing where he's like, I'm going to be called the Crab King or something. And then they just like call him the Crab Feeder. He's like, damn it. Like he does all this work to be called the Crab Feeder, which is not a bad name, but like maybe he had like a cooler one left in his head. But also the logistics of getting these crabs on the beach every time he does like a huge battle. Like he's got to keep it up. And then he also has to like, I feel like he's trying too hard here, right? He's like, I'm the crab guy, guys. He's almost like the wet bandits from Home Alone, where they plug the sinks and run the water.
Yeah, exactly.
He's trying to keep the branding up, but it's just
I know he's trying way too hard. I wonder if his men think that, like maybe they're so uneducated and like beaten that they're kind of bought into it or whatever, or you think they kind of resent it at the end of the day and they just kind of believe in like, all right, one more battle, then we're gonna be good. We can separate ourselves from this guy, distance ourselves. He's embarrassing as shit.
Well, he has a lot of cell swords, they said. So yeah, they're definitely just being bought. There's no like true believers.
That's true.
I fucking love crabs.
Although
I love doing this. They're like, yeah, as long as the check's clear, I'm good. I'll put crabs on whatever.
But do you think his branding though is really any worse than Corliss Valerian? The driftwood throne. The driftwood throne. That either means this wood is like waterlogged and soaked to shit where you can dig your fingernails into it easily, and not to mention your clothes are getting soaked. This thing's gonna warp over a very short amount of time. Or it's driftwood that's been sitting out in the sun for a while, completely bone dry, brittle. This thing, one little spark and this thing's going up in flames. You never have it again.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be intimidating. It's supposed to be kind of like, oh yeah, it's driftwood, so it's like
it's not even utilitarian.
Sailing stuff like that. Yeah, no. I mean, the Iron Island sounds way more intimidating than
even the Salt Throne. I actually do like the Salt Throne. Like something about that is like very intimidating. With the Iron Islands, I don't know. Dude, the driftwood throne, fuck that.
Someone has a handful of salt walking up to me. Oh fuck, get out of here, guys.
I'd be kind of intimidated. Like, what are you gonna do with that?
I'm intimidated. Why he seems so confident with the salt as a weapon? I'm like,
I know it's crazy.
Yeah,
I know it's insane. I would actually be scared.
This like we said, his branding seems like he's trying a little too hard here. But I wonder kind of how he went out too, because we see a cut from when he goes inside the cave and then Damon chases after him. I wonder if George R. R. Martin kind of wanted to. Here's my theory. I think George R. R. Martin wanted to save face with the Crab Feeder because I think the Crab Feeder went down like a bitch. I think he did like a MacGruber thing where he's like, oh, I'll do anything, please don't.
Do you think so?
I'll suck your dick. I'll do whatever. Maybe. I don't know.
Like
what do you
Mandy.
think? How do you think how it went down?
Well, it's hard to say because when Damon has this whole thing, he has them all surrounded and his forces are now in. It's clear that the Crab Feeder's going to lose or whatever, or at least we think so. He turns around very calmly and walks into his cave like a badass, as if we're about to see like a big showdown between Damon and him. But then, they kind of just throw a curveball and Damon just walks out with this, like 1/3 of his body. I can't believe the damage Damon did to him, by the way, although maybe he's waterlogged too, so his body is like a butter knife through hot butter or whatever.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know. Maybe you're right. I think he died like a bitch. Although I don't think he begged. I think he was talking shit. He was too big for his britches, and Damon went in there and casually one-shotted him, and it was a shock to him. I think that's what it was.
Do you think he like was in there, threw like a single crab at him? He deflects it. Damon then stabs him, and cuts him in half. He's like, "Oh man, that's not how I thought it was going to turn out."
I think so. I think he maybe thinks way too highly of these crabs and underestimates the the amount of work that his cell swords are doing. I think he thinks it's the crabs doing the work, and the cell swords kind of just directing the crabs, whereas it's kind of the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could have seen more time with him. He was the most like kind of Ramsey-esque, I guess. He has like kind of like that dark tone. We haven't gotten it thus far in this series. This is the darkest we've gotten, is with Crabfeeder, when it comes to that kind of like gross underbelly of Westeros and the world of Ice and Fire.
Underbelly of Westeros. Do you think that they should have spent more time with him? Because we got so much time with people like Ramsay and Joffrey in Game of Thrones that it really like built up how bad they were and shit like that. And it was actually really cool to see. Like, do you think they're going to introduce somebody like that, or do you kind of wish that they had done it with the Crabfeeder and spent a few more episodes?
If they, I think it'll be better to look in hindsight. If there's like a lot of dull time and we could have done more stuff with the Crabfeeder, then maybe. But I think like the story's going to be going a lot quicker forward, right? Jumping in time. So
it seems like it, yeah.
So I don't really want to spend time with the Crabfeeder if he's not going to be integral to the overall story later on. So I think they did a decent job about it from episode 1 to 3. So rest in peace, our boy. Do you have anything else to say about him before we let him off here and let him go into the, I don't know, is there a heaven in here, right? The seven gods, the old gods and the new, be embraced by the sun.
Yes,
the light, the ever-dying light that Melisandre.
Yep, exactly. By the Lord of Light's power.
Lord of Light, there you go.
Rest in power, my great Crabfeeder.
Our boy. Well, let us know. Well, first off, let us know which god you subscribe to in the world of Song of Ice and Fire, whatever the universe is called here. I think it's that. And let us know what you thought about the Crabfeeder. Subscribe if you want to see more content like that, and smash that like button. Like I don't know, like the Crabfeeder smashed that nail in that guy.
Yeah, I guess right? Smash the nail into him or whatever. Or maybe we didn't even smash or pass this guy. If you guys would smash him, smash the like button and subscribe button like you would smash the Crabfeeder himself.